Right, don't know if you've seen the previous video, but I've had my nephew's Midnight Pumpkin to fix, so while I had it I just thought I'd do a quick comparison video with the Monster Beetle. That's an original Monster Beetle back from the 90s. This is a Midnight Pumpkin, I guess a newer model really, because I only got that last year I think, seeing as we're now in 2020. So here are the two cars. Midnight Pumpkin sits just a little bit taller. You can see that if I come above, you can see they've probably both got about the same kind of width in terms of whether they roll over or whatnot, but the Beetle's definitely got a slightly longer wheelbase. I'd say, just looking at the wheels here, the Monster Beetle wheels are just a little bit bigger actually in terms of taller, but the Midnight Pumpkins are a bit wider. Both got nice big bumpers on the front. Let's come around the side. We'll take the body shells off in a minute so you can have a look at them. You'll notice straight away the Midnight Pumpkin's got a nice wheelie bar, because it's really a real kind of fun, tricky car to drive. And there's just a view of the rear of both of them. Right, I'm just going to pause this and we'll take the shells off and have a quick look underneath. Okay, so under the hood, here you can see the two. I think the Midnight Pumpkin model is around £100 or so. Yeah. And I think the Monster Beetle is about 150, maybe 160. So just gives you an idea of price. Now, the two cars are fairly different in terms of how they're put together. Let's have a quick look at the Midnight Pumpkin first. So this is what kind of people term a bathtub construction. So it's like a single chassis piece, and you bolt everything onto it. It's got really nice travel on these kind of friction shocks. So they're just spring resistant. Rolls around really nice, good fun to drive, really light, pops up, does wheelies really nicely. So you can see that's the servo for the steering. There's your speed controller. I'm told by one of my friends that's a very similar gearbox to the Hornet, and you can see at the moment a standard Tamiya silver can motor on there. More on that in a minute. So the Monster Beetle has... Right, anyway, the Monster Beetle has, I think, so this is a chassis that you build with various parts to put together. So you build, I think it's like more space frame, I think you'd call it, or some kind of ladder chassis. This has got oil shocks, still pretty good movement on them. Maybe not quite as springy and bouncy as the Midnight Pumpkin. There's your speed controller. Again, this has just got a standard silver can motor. There's your gearbox at the back. We haven't done a speed test on them. I don't know what the gearing difference is, but there's a couple things I just want to show you now for the Midnight Pumpkin as well. So the Beetle has already got the metal ball bearings, or ball race I think people call it. So that's actually something the Midnight Pumpkin doesn't have. So that's a little project that me and my nephew are going to work on pretty much when we finish this video actually. And also for Christmas we got this 21 turn motor for the Midnight Pumpkin, which we're hoping will give it a little bit more power. So just a bit of fun really, just a bit of an experiment, see how that goes. So yeah, so that's a little comparison of the two. Thanks for watching.